My bad, chat. My bad. What's good? What's good? What's good? All right, let me see something. So we're gonna wait. We had CPI today. Was it CPI, right? Yeah, we have CPI. So usually on days we have CPI. I like to wait for that 10 a.m. silver bullet. So that's what I'm gonna be waiting on to see where they wanna take price. So I'm not gonna do anything inside the open range until then. So we're gonna wait for that 10 a.m. silver bullet. This looks like accumulation right here, right? Accumulation, manipulation. So we will see, chat. Where's the midnight open? $23, 6, 5, 7, 25. Got the midnight. Let me make this smaller actually. All right. So if the buy's high here. I don't know if they'll take out the all-time high just yet. They may though. This is some displacement we did. Especially if we get a closure above this here, I would expect speed if we don't take it out within the 24 minutes above this here. This technically would be your order block, and this would be your proportion block. So if we close above this, we might get some speed. I'm not sure. I'll have to wait and see. We have to just wait and see. You feel me? I honestly wouldn't even be trying to like. We got this volume imbalance here on ES. Daily inversion fair value gap, as you can see. I mean, it's not acting as inversion now. It's acting as reclaimed. A reclaimed bullish fair value gap, but this is cool right here. I'll just keep it like that. Don't really matter. Go to the 1 minute, see what's going on. $9:30 we opened. What's good, bro? What's good, dad, bro? We swept this low here. So this was the at 8:30. This was the data high, data low here. Got buy side here and here. We'll do this one here. Just because the high, the all-time high, is literally right there. So this would be minor buy side if we do get there. We got this at 9:33. First fair value gap. Got the first fair value gap at 9:33. Opening range is here. So opening range gap CE would be right there, which you can't really see because the new day opening gap is. So let me take this off actually. You can see it a little bit, but opening range gap CE is right there. So So I'm about on. So it's about right here actually. So since the gap, yeah, we'll use this instead. We'll use that one because this indicator just might be a tad off on price or something. I don't know, but the gap is literally there. Open range gap. So what I would want to see happen is like we take some buy side or something like that. So we didn't take the New York PM session high from yesterday just yet on the regular trading hours. So I would want to see them run this high, and then it just depends how long we sit here though. But I don't want to see them run the buy side here maybe, and then the minor buy side that's here on the electronic, and then if we do take out the all-time high, then maybe we can look for like a short-term retracement into this gap here. But I really don't want to be trying to sell at all-time highs unless it's like real clear and obvious, that they're gonna bring it lower. So we'll see, chat. Yeah, you see open range gap CE, it lines up with that perfectly. So let's see. We also are inside this. We traded outside of it, I guess. So this is that forward volume imbalance. So I'll just put 4 hour. Let's do that. I don't think Nas coming back there. Yeah, it might. I mean, yeah, we are trading near all time highs, so I wouldn't be trying to like. I don't want to try to like call a top in the market, but it is Tuesday. We did have CPI, so wherever that silver bullet want to head to, then we good. But we traded above this forward volume imbalance now, so my next draw, if we do continue to trade higher in ES, because ES is a little bit behind. As you can see, ES is like a little bit behind, right? So let's just say we do trade up into we stay here for a little minute. We got this gap here that needs to get efficiently priced type shit. So or filled. Yeah, let me just say filled. This has to get filled. Since it's super small and tiny though, I can't expect them to run it, but it is August, so train with a little bit contingency, you feel me? Not trying to go too crazy. But we will see, chat, we will see. Got the minor buy side here. Looks like we stay in the upper portion of this gap on the 5 minute. We use the upper portion of it. It's pretty nice. Changing to stay here on the 5 minute with this candle. Once price close past it, that's pretty decent. Pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah. Pretty nice right there. We'll get rid of this though. What's today? The 12th. Back at that all high we just took, so let's see. Let's see what we gonna do, chat. If you're new to the stream, make sure you leave a like. You ain't even got a sub, my boy. This is that old high we took out. We took it out here, but we're using it here again. This was a good AMD model, I guess. Accumulation. You got the manipulation at 930. You trade down, and then it's probably someone like the 30-second or something. You got this breaker here. What about the 15-second? Yeah, so you had an AMD model here. This was the manipulation here. These two down close candles. I've been low-key looking over this model here, the AMD. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Usually happens a lot. All right, so opening range gap CE is here. Wait and see if we're gonna trade back into that. Got this 5-minute bearish bullish fair value gap with the immediate rebalance, so we'll bring it out just like that. If you can see it, this 5-minute gap, I'm not gonna mark it out, but you can see the immediate rebalance, the touch of this candle's low, the touch of that candle's high. We pretty heavy right here, so we got this gap here as well. But we also came back into this order block here, so pretty perfect. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty perfect. So I want to see if they continue to price higher from here, taking out the minor, this buy side level here, and then this one here, or if we trade lower from this gap here. We do have some displacement here, so what is ES doing? ES is back inside that volume imbalance. The midpoint is about right here, so I'll just do this instead. We'll just do it from right here. The midpoint of that volume imbalance is right there, so we'll make that same color like that. Make it a little lighter. "15-second, you have to change in the state here. Inversion fair value gap there. Low, high, lower, low. This becomes your breaker. Got this here as well too. I'm in a buy on USD JPY. Pretty nice. Yeah, dollar is going higher. Well, on the 1 minute, I guess. What the fuck? What? That's a crazy lag. Wait. Oh no, that's actually. This is actually a high. This is crazy. Yep, so we trade lower. Looks like we're going to come back into that opening range gap CE. The data low is right here too as well. $8.43. Look at the CE, retap the CE, perfect. I'm expecting another drive lower. Yep, just like that. I want to see us get under the 8:30 midnight open, and then this is your 1 hour change in the state of delivery right here. So your 1 hour order block, the open is at 6666575. I marked out the open, but we traded inside the high. The high is here as well, so we'll see how they do it. So look how this PD array was used here. So we had this bullish, we got this um, bullish order block. As you can see, if you drag it along, see how they use it. It's like an inversed order block. So I know y'all know about like inverse fair value gaps and shit like that. Same thing there. Um, no, please don't do that. Bro, I gotta figure out how to get rid of this here. I like this here. I'm not gonna lie. I like that a lot. What time is it? 8:52. Mm. 15 second does look good, but we can wait. We got the closure here. I'm looking at these consecutive down close candles here. I like that closure there. I'll go in light because, yeah, I'll go in light. And then we'll probably just target the minor buy side here. We're going light on this one because we are above the midnight open. So this looks pretty clean to me, I'm not gonna lie. On the 15-second you see. So let's see if that's enough. Wrong position there. Stop there. We'll target the minor buy side there, that's cool. See what the 5 minutes doing. I like this rejection here from this area. Not gonna lie, that's pretty nice. Got this 30-minute gap there as well. That's pretty nice, yeah. Looking pretty good. So let's see what is ES doing. ES look like it's pushing up higher too. XRP, please. I don't trade XRP. Immediate rebalance right there as well. That's pretty nice. First TP will be the consequent encroachment of the first fair value gap if we do get there. So let me do this here. This should be the first TP, right? You got second TP and you got third TP. They may bring it lower from this gap though because I don't think ES inversed. The ES inversed, oh ES did inverse it, but look at the bottom of the volume imbalance. We do have that small little gap there. So let me just do this instead. If we're gonna trade higher, nope, never mind. Never mind. The CE may be on our side though, so let's see. See what this 1 hour candle is doing. Oh, this 1 hour candle may trade down and touch this order block, I'm not gonna lie. Yep. It may touch the open. 1 hour, the open of it, because we already touched the high, but it may want to trade into the open. So that'll probably liquidate me. But I went in with small risk, so I'm okay with that for sure. Yep, because ES, yep. This didn't look pretty bad though. You got the inversion. Fair value gap. Look pretty decent. Alright. We good? Alright. Look like a pretty decent setup. Not gonna lie. We got that 1 hour order block here now, so see what they want to do with it. This is the one I will order block on ES. Here. Y buys when equal lows. I'm expecting some type of push out of this area here. That's why we had to order block high. That was touched before the open of it, so thought it was pretty decent. But this looked pretty decent right here. Not gonna lie. All right, we're below 8:30 and midnight. So where are we at in terms of? This was a 4 hour. Yeah, this looks pretty clear right here. So you're on a premium right there. That's a crazy wick. Price look like it's gonna be heavy today. Not gonna lie. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Yeah, no, I swept the high should revert to the other side. New 1 hour candle opened. We touched this order level. Purge and revert. Yeah, the OB, the OB below is so side. Yeah, that is. You are right about that. I did. I have heard ICT talk about purge and revert. Did we close right there? Yeah, we did close below it. So this would have been a little decent price run lower right here. From this area right here, this would have been pretty decent. Given the fact that we were above the midnight open. Yep. Damn. That's in my trading plan too. But yeah, that's me. Okay, I like that reaction there. Pretty decent. Got this woman, this 30-second order block, but Yeah, shorts were definitely in though for sure. Definitely. I was fixated on the longs though, but good short opportunity would have been anywhere within this area or even up here. I want to see some displacement. If we are gonna, yeah, like that. It's pretty decent. But ES doing ES is still. Yo, new to chat. Look good, bro. So we got some displacement. I want to see what they do inside. Is ES gonna? Alright, yeah, that's pretty decent right there. Not gonna lie. Shoot, a 30-second looks like not really that clean. We'll see what they do inside this gap here, because if they trade inside this gap, if they can rebalance this gap, because I think we still have room to trade lower. Not gonna lie, we are in a premium. Do we get inside that gap? I want to see if we get inside that gap. I would classify whatever high that's made inside this gap as an intermediate high, meaning that price shouldn't break above it. And then I'll look for shorts. But we may get it here though. We may get it here because we did trade inside the gap there. Institutional order flow entry drill. Also got the CE there as well. So let's see though first. Let's see what we do first. I want to see if how we react here. We already did inverse that there. The order block was there. Let's see if we. Yeah, it looks like we're gonna come head for the buy side here, bro. Not gonna lie. Buy side there, so. Let me close that side of it there. Yeah, the long entry. Long entry would have been pretty solid, I would say, around. Let's see what we get here. 5 minute. We got this gap on the 5 minute. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm liking that right there. Damn, bro, my entry is supposed to be like down here though. Try to get on board with something. We didn't take that high. That's crazy. I don't really like this here, but looks like we stay in the upper portion of this gap. I mean the upper half. These two candles here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna take. I like that there. Wait, it wasn't a solid closure like I was expecting. Watching these up close candles on the 15-second. Take that there. Stop loss below this low here. Oh, not enough. Wait. We get a closure and then add more if we close above that. This here. Which definitely we are. So. Your breaker there, high, low, higher, high. well. I want to get in on a retracement or something though. I'll take an immediate rebalance as well with this candle here. I really wish I should have added more right there. I should have added more. That's me. Yeah, that's me, bro. I should have added more right there. Didn't put on enough size. Yeah, I didn't put on enough size, bro. Being extra, being extra, being extra cautious. I mean, I make an ad if we can come back down. Looking at this gap right here. I'll get rid of that. I'm gonna see us stay in this upper portion, then I'll you could tap that out. Wait for a pretty decent. May not get that retracement I'm looking for. We put in fair value gap, so I like that. At least we know that we are bullish. Definitely got to put on more risk here though, for sure. Stop loss is gonna go under the order block, this order block low here, or we'll just use the CE of this gap here. That's pretty decent. A little bit under that, that's perfectly fine. And I say we target Low hanging fruit would be here, but since these highs are in close proximity, um, I think that maybe they could want to bring it there if they don't take it lower from here. If we stay in the upper portion of this gap here, I'll get rid of that there. Because I'm expecting this to be the draw on ES. And I'm thinking we can maybe get to this gap here on ES as well. So we'll just sit back and let it do what it do. Make sure you leave a like if you're new to the stream. If you get what I'm saying, if this kind of making sense to you, make sure you leave a like. So I'm looking to see if price could stay in the upper portion of this inversion fair value gap like it is now. Actually, I'm gonna move stops here above this is a breakaway gap there. That breakaway gap, so I'm gonna minimize some risk. Breakaway gap right there, as you see price trade inside this gap, stay in the upper portion of this bullish fair value gap. We have this gap, tiny gap right there, that's your breakaway gap. So that's a bag. That's a bag right there. So okay, I'll get rid of this now. We're not using that no more, for the most part at least. I guess I'll just watch ES on my phone, keep this up, so you guys can watch price. That's why I need like a little iPad or something like that, chat. Get like a little iPad, and I can watch it from there as well. If I was on a funded account, I would have took this. Not gonna lie to you. If I'm trading like live funds, I'm taking this. Especially if I'm copy trading, I'm taking this. I'm not gonna lie. So we reduce risk. So that's pretty good as well. I like that. 2 hour trade would be here. So this is what I'm looking at as my first initial TP. So we got that fair value gap, that order block, this fair value gap as well here. One gap, two. So this is one PD array, two PD arrays, three PD arrays. We'll get rid of the middle line on that. I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go stops break even because I'm looking at this PA. We do got that on that there as well. So I'll just take the break even if, because it looks like ES wants to. I mean, there would be no reason for ES to. I guess I just gotta wait because ES did inverse it. Well, we didn't inverse it yet. I'll show you guys. We didn't inverse this gap just yet on ES on the 15-minute. I'm watching this right here to see if it's gonna continue to drive price higher. This inversion fair value gap. So I would want to see a closure above this inversion. We do got the rejection block right here, but we got like a bunch of liquidity right here, bro. So I'm expecting them to stay pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. So let's see. If we get above here, I guess I'll move stops to break even. But we got to get above these. Here, this would become your order block, and I'll move stops to break even. This would be my first target if I'm on like a live or funded account. But I'm gonna hold for something like this maybe. I'm gonna go based off of what ES does. So if ES can take out this high here and this high, I really want to see if we can get up to here on the 4 hour. I think we could reach it. We 30 minutes into the new 4 hour candle. So I can't expect them to reach it up into that, but we'll have to just see if they can get it, if they bring it higher from this level. That's about, it's not that bad. It could happen. ES is stronger. Why did you long NQ? Looks nice. I usually just trade NQ. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Sometimes I take ES, but I usually just trade NQ. So a 1 to 2 would be here, right? But I'm really looking for the minor buy side here. This would be that, I would consider this like maybe like a data high because we had the news at 8:30. So I would expect them to maybe run the high here. I'm gonna go stops break even now though. Go stops break even. Let it do what it do. If we get a change in the state of delivery, bro, I'm out of here. I ain't gonna lie. Cause this thing right here, yeah, if we get a change in the state there, I'm solid. So in the 1 minute, if price is closed below, I'm probably out of this trade. Not gonna lie, cause we spending a lot of time in this area here. What is ES doing? Yeah, ES is just this rejection block from the 15-minute may just be it. We'll see what this candle does here when the next 15-minute candle opens up. We'll see. Trying to get some size on these accounts. So once I can get a good buffer, then I'm okay with adding like a decent amount of size, some contracts, but not too then. So we up about. If you guys can see that, I'll keep that up for you. If you guys want to look at that. Not gonna lie, I would expect some speed above this though. Not gonna lie, like given the fact that we traded like this, we're inside this the first trade you got. I would expect some speed, some displacement out of this area, but guess not. Look what ES is doing. Yeah, that rejection block looking like I am down on the day though, so came back into that 15-minute inversion. We do got a change in the state on ES, but we didn't take out any like crazy buy side or we didn't trade into like a higher time frame fair value gap or nothing. I mean, we got this on the. I would want to see them stay in the upper portion of this gap, bro. This is ridiculous. Yeah, this is ridiculous, chat. Just like that. This touch right there on ES. I want to see them take it higher out of there. Don't want to see them keep trading back into it too many times. Not too many times. New 5-minute candle about to open up in about a minute and 40 seconds. So we should. So we're accumulating right now. So usually when you see price do that, we can't expect some type of expansions in this in the upside or the downside. You just got to see where it wants to go to. So I am expecting some type of expansion, but we're back here again, bro. And also, I will say my entry maybe should have been down here though. So, like, I added another con here, but think about it if I take my entry here. So that just lets me know where I gotta be a little bit more precise at, a little bit better at. But yeah, I'm expecting some type of expansion. Look at all those wicks, bro. Look at all this, bro. This can easily get ran, but I'm not expecting it to, because we are bullish and you see the wicks, But we're just building in a little some internal liquidity, bro. I don't like that, bro. Looking at it from like a what was I looking at? What time frame was that? I'm trying to stay strong for y'all, chat. You know what I mean? Like I would have been close my position. I wouldn't have cared if it went to this high, or to the moon. You know what I mean? I'd rather not put myself through stuff like this. You know. But I still got faith though. This looks like the draw. We'll have to wait and see though how this how this what this does here. We're inside this 5 minute inversion gap too as well. So we got the 15 minute, we got the 5 minute. We got these two PD arrays on our side. So let's see. I want to get some size in these accounts, man. Look at the liquidity just resting here. That's what I feel like they can come. They can come take that, bro. We want to see a closure above above this run lower. So this run lower, taking out that low. I don't want to see like a pretty solid closure above that. Like that, I would want to see a closure though. But this run took out the swing low here and here, and it is nine. It is. Do we close above it? Maybe a little bit. It is 1040. So going into the macro, I don't want to be the macro is usually good, but I feel like if we're in the macro, they're gonna hunt the liquidity, and I think this would be it where they will hunt. So we'll see. ES is just having a hard time right now. Looks like price is like decoupling a little bit. ES look like it's going lower, but NQ look like it's going higher. I wonder what this is doing. Going lower, so it look like price is decoupling for sure. We'll wait and see, chat. Bruh. That's displacement. That's some displacement, not gonna lie. I'll keep the middle line up to see how they do with the upper portion of the gap. We did run the stops there. So this fair value gap has to get inversed. So if you ran the stops there, I'm just considering this a run on stops, and they take price higher, embracing that gap if we're bullish. So you can see they run the low right there. That small little tiny swing low. Still a swing low, just sideways. So they're accumulating price, but kind of looks like a. Let me zoom out. Hmm. Yep. Yep. Chat. Let me see this right here. Dang, NQ is really testing me right now, chat. I ain't gonna lie to you. He's really testing me right now. Really testing me right now, not gonna lie. We ran that low. Oh, that looks like equal lows though. Looks pretty smooth. 5 minute time frame. 15 minute. New 15-minute candle in 55 seconds. They may want to take it lower from this 15-minute gap, bro. And I just don't want to be inside that. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we used it once here, twice there, another time. So this should be used as an inversion fair value gap, given the fact that we used it that many times. You know what I mean? If they're gonna take price lower from an area, I want to see them stay in this area. I want to see them trade inside this gap like once, two, three times max. But we get that one, two, three. This is our fourth time here. Lower time frame narrative, low key kind of looks like it switched to, a bearish side of things. But when we closed above there, so let's see. Check ES. Okay, ES starting to make its way out of that 15-minute inversion fair value gap here. You see, we stay in the upper portion, so it's making its way out of it there. Looks pretty nice. Got this buy side level here. Five minutes left into the macro, bro. Hope the macro doesn't just take out the lows here, bro. I really don't want that to happen. I really don't want that to happen, bro. Hope the macro can engineer and just push higher. We got this order block right here on the 5 minute as well, so I'll delete that. We'll use the open since it's already at the high of it. 644375. Damn. If he closed below that though, I'm closing the position, bro. Not gonna lie. Especially if we get some displacement. Damn, look at that. This is ridiculous. Yes, price is just Nothing for me to like, oh, we got this 15-minute bearish bullish fair value gap. So I'm glad I look at the 15-minute because I would have definitely closed. But we'll make this like white. We'll get rid of this green. We'll get rid of that there. We'll get rid of order block still holding up there. We'll get rid of this here. So we inside this white shaded area. 15-minute bullish fair value gap. I like that right there. I'm glad that's in play at least. Get some more displacement from here. Just like that, yep. And then get a closure above this run lower. This would be another change in the state of delivery or order block. This is only a change in the state order block if it closes above, because we ran out low here, and low here. And given the fact that we took this out before the macro, okay, now I can expect, but I want to see a closure first. We need to get a closure. If we get a closure, then I'd be a little bit more confident that the macro would do its job and maybe at least price this here, rebalance this gap here. The rest of this, the remaining portion of this gap is there. Actually, we have there because that wick. So we have a little bit of that, but we didn't get that displacement like I wanted. Macros in 1 minute. We got it on ES though, so I don't know if we got, and that's at SMT. NQ lag behind, yeah, just a little bit behind. I want to see a closure. I want to see a closure above this here. Hopefully we can get that with this candle. I want to see a closure above this series of down close candles. And then going into the macro, I would expect them to run it higher. So the macro is about to come in at 10:15. It's to 11:10. I want to see a closure. That's pretty nice. Okay, so I'm expecting a price run higher during the macro. ES looks like it's pushing, but NQ hasn't shown me anything just yet. I like how we're in the upper portion of this. I like how this gap is in the upper portion as well too. So let's see if this order block holds. It can send us higher. We haven't even got to the 1 to 2 catalyst yet. I'm looking for it. So if my entry was here, 1 to 2, my stop loss was breakaway gap. Oh, we did get to a 1 to 2. Oh, we did. Okay. Yeah, ES is doing its thing right now, so. Order block there. 1 tap, 2 tap. Looking for this high or this here. This is pretty solid as well. The full rebalancement of this gap here. So depending on, may just close it there or wait for the high. It depends on what ES does though. So ES took out both highs, right? My next target would just be that there. So I'll pay attention to ES on my phone, but I'm okay with, we up about 300 in the accounts. If we can hold more, I want to hold. If price is going to continue to show me that it's going to continue to push higher, we're inside the macro, then I like that a lot. So remember, TP can be here at this buy side, and if you're really confident that it can get up here, the minor buy side. I can't expect some type of retracement. I'm not gonna lie, given the fact that they did just take out the high. I don't expect them to just run it. So, what am I up 300 in the accounts? Give it a minute. We got some pretty decent green candles coming out from this order block. Good price run higher, that's pretty decent. So we can hunt the inefficiencies, liquidity here. Let's see, we got about 17 minutes left, so we'll see. ES is pulling back. ES is pulling back a little bit. Don't want to overdo my part, But if we can catch a pretty decent price run higher, definitely want to be involved. Looking like ES may want to come back and rebalance inside that gap. Looking at it on the 1 minute. So we'll see what this 1 minute gap does here. If we inverse that, then I'm out. I'll look at this one as a breakaway gap. I don't want to see this one get inversed. Let me look at the 2 minute. We got that on the 2 minute, it can stab into, but I'm okay with this, so it don't really matter to me. Bruh. That was a crazy run lower. Alright, we're just gonna take this, bro. Bruh. This is crazy, bro. That's me, I guess. I guess that's my fault. I should have took it up here, but we'll just take this, bro, and call it a day. Expecting the macro to at least run us higher. I mean, we did take out the buy side here, so I did say I can expect a retracement. Fuck. That's cool though, bro. We'll just take that. Damn. We left a decent amount on the table, not gonna lie. We left a decent amount on the table. I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Let me do this instead. Yeah, I don't like how we left a decent amount up here. I don't like that. I don't like that. And then it could run higher. Look at this wick here. Yeah, I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. I'm gonna just call it a day, bro, because this already kind of like was too much for me, I feel like. So we'll just screenshot this. Wrong position. There, stop loss. Yeah, I don't like that at all, chat, bro. How price is moving. Like, it's just, that's my fault though. Is this funded? No, if this was funded, I would have never. If this was funded, bro, I would have never even been in a trade this long. Yeah, pretty nice execution. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, execution was okay, but my exit wasn't the best though, and I didn't like how like we inversed that. I mean, we do have these here, so it could continue to price higher, but I'm good, bro. We did all this for no reason. I feel like, even though the market can do whatever it wants to do, I can't sit here and like force my will and control it. But this is just like, I don't know, bro. I didn't like that. And then we have the order block here. I'm expecting a pretty decent run here, at least to the buy side, or at least the full rebalancement of this range, bro. Like, and then we may get there. We may get there, but I didn't want to sit through this, bro. Even though I probably should have. I don't want to be part of that there, so I'll just call it a day, bro. Took 2 trades. Took the first long here. And this usually happens too, though. I gotta wait for that, bro. This usually does happen. That initial run on the initial sell side run. I mean, yeah, initial sell side established. So yeah, bro, I should have just waited a little minute. 1 minute, 2 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minutes. Literally just 2 more minutes of waiting, I guess. We came inside that gap there. Damn, bro. Execution was pretty good, but as far as like exit, not the best today. So I don't really like that, but it is what it is, bro. It is what it is, chat. We'll just have to take it, call it a day. Yeah, bro, I was supposed to hold this a little bit more longer, or at least lock in some more size on this. Yeah, I gotta lock in more size. Gotta remember to lock in some size, yeah. So I can, yeah, because if I'm up 300, then I can risk 250. I can, yeah. Yeah, that's me, bro. That's me, bro. Definitely me. They're gonna bring it up to this buy side here. Cause this was that recent high. We didn't take out this buy side, but we came back inside the failed swing high. So usually when this happens, you will see a run higher. But yeah, bro. And then this new printed order block. I mean, like I said, I could expect a retracement, but I just thought they were going to just bring it lower now. I honestly thought they were going to bring it lower and maybe take this out during like the PM session or the lunch hour. So it is what it is, though. Actually, yeah, that's good. All right, chat. I'll see y'all. I'll see y'all Thursday. I probably will be trading tomorrow, but I'll trade the pre-New York. I probably won't live stream that though, because I don't think anyone will be awake to watch me or will want to even wake up that early though. I don't think people do that, but definitely gonna look for the same thing. So when there's CPI and PPI, I'm waiting for 10 a.m. I'm waiting for the 10 a.m. silver bullet. This is your 10 a.m. silver bullet right here on the 1 minute. This is your silver bullet. It's nice to know at least I was right though. Just lets me know I gotta be a little bit more patient. You feel me? We got that full rebalancement right there. So lets me know I was right and gotta be a little bit more patient. Literally 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7, 8 more minutes. Damn. Given the fact that we held the trade all through this, bro, this was like 20 minutes damn near. You feel me? Guys, thumbs up. Milan, smile a little bit. Yeah, my bad, bro. You're right. ES looking for all-time highs soon. Yeah, I definitely agree. I think ES could reach up into this. Like I said, this is the draw right here. The next initial draw, at least, before coming towards all-time highs. You got the rejection block on the 4-hour too, so you can expect something. Maybe a small little retracement back, maybe back into this after getting through this, if it does get through it. So performance, bro, I would say performance today was probably like a performance on the day was probably like a B, like a B, like a B plus. Cause I would wanted my best entry would have been here. Just what I wanted. I mean, this is still here too. Like this is pretty good as well, but I'm a little hard on myself, so I try to my best entry would have been down here. After trading below the midnight 8:30, my best entry would have been probably like within these candles right here, 10:03 and the 10:04 candle, and at least the 10:05. Cause I'm looking to catch a long entry under the midnight open and 8:30 open, and we had this order block here. So realistically, like I probably could have just put an entry there. Could have put an entry there at the order block, and then just waited. If I thought my bias was still higher. So damn. You had the last option to hold position. If it goes under the order block, then it's over. Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, because if I was, you are right about that. Because if I was going to just take my profit, no matter what the day was, I could have just waited until they traded price under this order block right here. That would have invalidated the trade for sure. But I didn't give it a chance, so that's my fault. That's why I said I could have been a little bit more patient because I wasn't expecting a retracement lower into the order. I mean, I don't know. I kind of did at least. ES took out this swing high, so I was expecting a retracement, but I wasn't expecting like I don't know, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't even sit here and cap to you, twin. I just gotta be more patient. That's all it is. You just gotta be more patient. Even though my executions were pretty good, you know what I mean? I did want to hold and stuff like that. I gotta just be more patient, bro. Even though I go through all this, I gotta just stick it through. But this is just doing too much, bro. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 4 minute, 5 minute, 6 minute, 7 minute, 8 minute, 9 minute, 10 minute. How patient I gotta be? Even more, I guess. So yeah, bro. It looks like they are gonna bring it up to the high. This high right here. Yeah. This was like a 40-minute trade, an hour trade for the most part. Most of my trades are like 15 minutes, less than that. But given the fact this was a little high resistance right here, guess I can expect that because it's the first fair value gap. People doing all sorts of crazy things inside this gap, trying to sell it, maybe buy it, sell it, buy it. Probably looking at it from a lower time frame perspective, like I was around here. And I said the narrative did look a little bit bearish, but given the fact that we traded higher, traded lower, order block. So a lot of people were probably just, I don't know, a lot of orders in these areas. High, the low of the actual consolidation. Consolidate. So this is like basically like an AMD. Accumulation, manipulation, distribution. Damn. Right in my face. Yes, man, but you're doing good. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate that a lot. Kind of don't just like how I left, I don't really like that, but, I'm still, grateful and thankful that I was able to catch this move, though, let me know I was still right on price. You feel me? Like, I like that a lot. Yeah, this was the draw here. Yep, just gotta journal this up, bro. Be a little bit more patient, bro. That's all I gotta do. Just be a bit more patient, just like that. So from my initial entry, we'll take it from my initial entry. Stop loss was below this swing low at first. That's a 3R trade. That's a 3R trade. That's pretty nice. This is some pretty good delivery right here. Like watching this happen, bro, that's pretty nice, bro. Not gonna lie. Swept the sell side here. Displacement. It's pretty nice, not gonna lie. The reason I see the equal lows right here. Obviously, I see the equal lows. I know someone said earlier in the chat, why take longs when there's equal lows above. The reason why I took the longs is because, for once, price traded higher, accumulated, retraced back into this bullish fair value gap right here. Got this bullish fair value gap on the 1 hour. I'm pretty sure there's a fair value gap on the 4 hour. Yeah, so we'll use the 4 hour, right? I actually seen this, yeah, facts. So we got this 4 hour gap right here. Even though I didn't have it marked out, but you know, the 1 hour I kind of already knew about that. But see these consecutive down close candles right here. This right here lets you know the narrative. Like once you see stuff like this, like consecutive down close candles, and you see price trade above it, you know this lets you know the narrative right here, bro. So even though we got the lows, I'm still looking for longs. You know what I mean? Because we had displacement above this here. We had displacement above this here. Everything just still looked bullish. You know, like we traveled from this new week opening gap to this new day opening gap. You know, everything just still looks bullish. I wouldn't want to really be selling this for the most part. If I were to take a sell, it would have to been like here. But I'm trying to follow the trend though, you know what I mean? I'm trying to follow the higher time frame narrative. Like this was a good short for sure. This was still a good ass short, you know? You feel me? Concept still precise more than ever. But you know, if you look at this in terms of the actual range we're in, right? So you got this expansion, but this expansion started from this low here. So from this low right here, from this low to the high that we were targeting, we were in a discount. You know what I mean? We're in a discount. So any long opportunities in this area is pretty valid. Yeah, I got it wrong right here. It happens, bro. You feel me? We got the displacement, but they wanted to run the low one more time. I guess, yep, that comes down to just waiting for the 10 a.m. candle. I do give myself permission to trade the 950 if the macro's on our side, but that just gives me, yeah, you got it. You got good entry. Appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that a lot. I thought the macro was just gonna do its thing and price is higher, but I was just wrong. You know, I was just wrong. They ran it down once more. Took out the sell side there. Took out the sell side. These are smooth lows right here. These are very smooth. You see, run lower there, and then as you can see, then we get the displacement. I was looking at like the 15-second or 30-second, and the entry was valid here. I was looking for an entry, but I just don't want to enter like randomly. Like even though I see price trading higher, I'm just not gonna enter. I need to be entering at like some type of PD array, some type of immediate rebalance. So I could have took it, like I said, with maybe within this area here. Immediate rebalance, inversion fair value gap, changing the state of delivery, anything of that nature. I could have took it here, but price was a little bit fast. I'm not gonna lie. We were displacing out of this area pretty quick, and you can expect that. For the most part, we're below the midnight open, we're below the 8:30 open. We're in a discount. Price not gonna stay here for too long, and I bet this is an optimal trade entry. So. Let me get rid of this here. optimal trade entry. We'll do it from the close. I like the close. Like the bodies, I meant the bodies instead of the wicks when I do optimal trade entry. Um, yeah, this was an optimal trade entry. So anywhere in here we're doing pretty decent, not gonna lie. You see how price get out of this area super fast? You see how we stay in this area for quite some time? Get out of this area super fast, so overall solid day though. Like I said, I'll give my performance like a B, given the fact that I did like close this out of like and like a little bit of impulsiveness, because realistically I should have just put my stop loss under this low. Like that's just the correct thing to do, because if price trades below this low, then we can expect price to continue to trade lower, you know. This is an order block, so this would anything below this is going to invalidate the trade. So my stop loss should have been here. You feel me? Waited once more, and then would have targeted this high and this high, and I'm pretty sure ES trades inside that gap. Oh, we're just about there. So yeah, I got to keep myself in the game. Talk a little bit more. You know, positive, I guess. I was watching this gap, so wanted to see price stand up proportion. It did so. So I should have kept myself in the game. We had this order block there, and we had this volume imbalance there. So the wick kind of like, I think this wick maybe just kind of like, yeah, this wick here. So that's my fault, bro. Like I said again, my fault. Volume imbalance. Gotta know that. Gotta remember that. I'm 2 weeks back into trading, so gotta remember all these things, you know. But alright, Chad, I'm gonna go ahead and get off this. Take a little shower, hit the gym, do what I gotta do. We're gonna journal this up a little bit later, and then do you guys want me to stream the pre-New York session? You guys want me to stream that? Let me know in the comment section. I'll be streaming. I'll stream from about 7 o'clock to about 9:15, maybe 9 o'clock. If you guys want me to stream this, I will. Just let me know. If not, then I'll just do a regular stream Thursday and look for the 10 a.m. Silver Bullet again. So up to you. All right. Usually it takes me like a day or two. I am being a little bit more cautious. I will say I am being more cautious when it comes to, you know, trading these Apex accounts. I am being a little bit more cautious. Usually I get the job done in like 2 days, 3 days. But trying to get back in that mode of like building up those habits. Building up good habits and shit like that. Cause I did lose my funded accounts, and it was just due to like building upon bad habits. So that's why I just told myself I'll restart. But like usually when I try to pass a funded account, let's say I take my entry here, I'm not really trying to hold all this anyway. Like if I'm trying to pass my funded account, I take my entry here, my target probably is going to be this high here. Not gonna lie, like I would have probably went through a lot of back and forth, but when I'm trade funded accounts, I'm not really trying to catch the whole entire move. I'm just really trying to catch like a little portion of the move, and then I'm trying to, yeah, that's it. I'm just trying to catch a little bit portion of the move, whether it's 1,300, 1,400, 1,500 for the day. I think with Apex, with what I have, the code I used, I mean, I could pass this in one day. I think they allow it, but yeah, that's usually how I trade. That's usually how I've been trade. You know, I usually do that like 150K at a time. So I'm a little bit cautious on doing it with two 50Ks, because that would be 100K, and 100K funded is all you need. Do it. Get back in that mode. Usually out, you feel me? But I'm doing it for, like I said, stream purposes as well, and to build up those good habits as well. Even though I feel like I got them in place, pretty in place, but like this right here, like I know like the me 3 months ago, 2 months ago, well, I'll say 3 months ago. 3 months ago, I would have just let this run, but I took a little break after losing my funders. Took a little break. Started back trading 2 weeks ago. I got to get back. I got to just remember this is just clockwork. I got to remember that, bro. Everything's just a waiting game. So, but everything delivered though. Everything delivered like expected, bro. Even though I wasn't able to get part of it, but it's still good seeing it deliver, bro. Extremely grateful for that. That's pretty nice. Lets me know I was, on the right side today. So this was nice. Um, the macro delivered towards the later portion of it. So got the open of the macro at 10:50, but then at 11, as you can see, we get the actual like delivery, and that's what I was looking for. So, but yeah, we'll see though. We'll see what I do. We'll see. Don't usually like taking this long on, funded accounts, but definitely not trying to rush it. So we'll see, chat. We'll see. Yeah, deliver like expected. So if I was still in this trade, yeah, this was my draw on liquidity right here. This 4 hour. I'm expecting this to get ran through though. It could have a retracement, like I said. We could retrace. We got 2 hours left. I doubt we would. 2 hours left inside this. Yeah, it's super small and tiny. So like, I expect them to run through this since it's not as large as this gap here. You know what I mean? If it was like large like this gap, I could expect some type of like retracement. But given the fact that it's a little bit smaller, we still could have a retracement. But maybe to like this here, this high here, that would be an immediate rebalance. Then they take price back higher, maybe, or they take price higher now, take out the rejection block, pull it back lower, immediate rebalance, then trade higher. Just some scenarios I'm painting in my head, but yeah, that'll be it, man. That'll be it. That'll be it. I left a lot on the table today, though. The best entry I was looking for was here. So I could have took it out the immediate rebalances. Inversion, could have used this inversion. Drug it all the way out through. Like I said, 1004 could have been a good entry. This could have been a good entry. High, low, higher, higher breaker as well. Yep. Yep. And we got this like V shape. I've heard about that recently, like maybe like last week. I've been hearing about like we got like some type of V shape, and I see that shit too. I don't know if ICT teaches that or anything like that, but I seen it from this dude named like PJ Trades or PJ. He trades ICT concepts for sure, but I think he got his like own little twist to it. I guess I'm not sure, but I've seen this V shape sweep. SMT, we got the SMT as well. Yeah, we had an SMT as well. This was A plus, bro. This was an A plus setup. This was A plus. So definitely A plus. Yeah, we'll get rid of I want to keep this clean, low key, pretty clean. I screenshot this inversion fair value gap. Get rid of that there. So there. So let me screenshot this. So far for the month of, do you use ICT? Yeah, everything is ICT I use. So far for the month though, we've been pretty solid though. We've been pretty solid for the month. Let me actually look at my Notion. So far into the month, we've only had one red day. That's pretty decent. We only had one red day, even though I'm like still like basically at break even. I'm in a little bit profit, but pretty like break even. Um, I'm still like pretty. It's a green month so far. So including today, that would be, I say 3 green days. I would say four, but I didn't like my performance on Tuesday. Even though I ended the day green, I kind of like over traded a little bit, and that's against my rules. So I don't count that day as a winning day. You know what I mean? So I just count it as a day that I gotta. Even though I was fortunate to make my profits back, I can't do that though. So I don't count that as a winning day. But after the day, I guess we could say 3 green days. So yeah. All right, chat. I'm gonna give y'all boys. I'll give y'all boys tomorrow. I may stream pre New York. I may stream it. I might stream it. I'll let you guys know. If you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like and make sure you subscribe. Goal is 750. My goal is 750, and then once I get to 1K, then I'll be more interested in dropping more like long form content and getting more like in detail with ICT um, ICT concepts and explain them a little bit more from my perspective. All that matters is you're making progress, becoming better each and every day. Yeah, I like that, bro. You are right about that. I'm just hard on myself, bro, when it comes to this because I've been there before. I've been had like numerous funded accounts. I've took out withdrawals, not from a funded account, but from my own live account. I've had, a decent amount of withdrawals on a funded account with some good size. So the fact that I don't have those things no more, I be a little hard on myself, but it's part of the journey, I guess. You feel me? I had to go through those things so that in the future, when I do have, thousands and hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands, or even a mil, worth of capital, that I don't let myself do that. So, I'm glad that it happened, but we'll be straight though. You are right about that. You are right about that. You are right about that. But I'm about to go ahead and get off this chat, man. I appreciate y'all for stopping through, bro. I appreciate y'all for coming through watching me, bro. I appreciate y'all a lot, bro. Y'all real for sure. You feel me? I know it's kind of rare seeing me trade ICT concepts. For the most part, I get that a lot. People wouldn't expect me to trade ICT, given the fact that it's not really my like personality, but we make it work. You feel me? I guess it has become my personality though. I guess it has become my personality, so I don't know. But all right, I'm gonna get with y'all boys tomorrow though. I'm just sitting here yapping. I'll get with y'all boys tomorrow.